How's that?
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Eric Brown, and I have with me today Fred and Donna DuPuis. Fred worked with me over the last couple of years on a legal matter that ultimately went all the way through the arbitration process before we settled. And I think it's going to be helpful for folks out there to hear what the process was like and how we helped Fred and Donna get a good outcome. So good morning, Fred. Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, Eric.
How are you today?
We're great.
Great,
Thank you
thanks.
for asking.
Good, good. So it's been a couple of months now since we finished up your matter. It was an employment matter and a whistleblower claim that you had. Fred, you were the client, but Donna, you were the support system all the way through it. So I think it's going to be helpful to hear from you too. So the first question I have is, Fred, prior to this legal action that you were involved in, had you ever had any lawsuit experience before? Had you ever been involved in a lawsuit?
I had some familiarity. I was named in a lawsuit personally and professionally in my capacity as my position. So I had a little bit of understanding of what lawsuits were and the process to some degree.
And without giving any particular details about the job that you had a pretty high ranking position with your employer, didn't you?
I did. I was a senior manager on the senior management team.
Had you thought about what you might need or what you might want from a lawyer?
Well, I absolutely did. For most of my career, almost 40 years, I was on the other side, if you will, and not a person who was a party to a lawsuit. I was actually participating in the lawsuits on the other side. When you're the person who's sitting on this side of the table now, it makes it a little bit more personal, and certainly you want the best person, somebody who has deep experience in employment law, and in my particular situation, knowledge of the operations of governmental agencies.
Donna, did you have any input with Fred in talking about what you thought he might need and going through this? Because you were a big part of this as well.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, we had a very difficult time finding a lawyer in the first place because of certain conflicts of interest with other law firms. And it got very frustrating. So we ended up having a lawyer before we had you. From day one, I told Fred, this is not the right person for this job. And I think we lasted how long with him?
A few months.
A few months. And I said, we need to get someone who is in labor law. And so we reached out to some family and friends and to ask for some referrals. And ultimately, that's how we got your name. From there, it went much smoother and much better and less frustrating.
Now, I thought that we had a good working relationship, but I think that's important. Anytime that someone hires a lawyer, you have to be able to connect with each other. Thanks both of you for taking the time today.
Nope.